What if I told you that you could have a 3,000 square foot custom home and a fully equipped workshop for less than a traditional house? That's exactly what barndominiums are making possible. And by the end of this video, you'll know if this could be your dream home. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming tour of a $300,000 barndo that'll blow your mind. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about barndominium homes with integrated workshops. Whether you're a woodworker, mechanic, artist, or just someone who needs serious storage and workspace, this might be the perfect solution you didn't know existed. We'll cover the real costs, the pros and cons nobody talks about, and I'll show you some incredible examples. Stay until the end, because I'm sharing the 3 biggest mistakes people make when building these, and they can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. What exactly is a barndominium? Let's start with the basics. A barndominium, or barndo for short, is essentially a metal building that's been converted into a living space. But here's what makes them special. They combine your home and your workshop under one roof with a steel frame structure. The typical layout features your living quarters on one side with bedrooms, kitchen, bathrooms, and living areas. A workshop or garage bay on the other side, anywhere from 800 to 2,000 plus square feet. High ceilings throughout, usually 12 to 16 feet, sometimes even higher in the workshop area. Open floor plans with minimal load-bearing walls because of the steel frame construction. The genius is in the efficiency. You're heating, cooling, and ensuring one structure instead of 2 separate buildings. The real costs. Now let's talk money, because this is where barndominiums really shine, but you need to know the full picture. A basic steel shell kit runs between $30 to $50 per square foot. So for a 3,000 square foot building, you're looking at $90,000 to $150,000 just for the shell. When you factor in everything, foundation, plumbing, electrical, insulation, interior finishing, HVAC, you're typically looking at $100 to $200 per square foot for a turnkey barndominium. That puts a 3,000 square foot barndo between $300,000 and $600,000, depending on your finishes and location. Compare that to traditional home construction, which averages $150 to $300 plus per square foot in most markets, and you're already seeing savings. Plus, you're getting that workshop space included. Here's what people don't tell you about costs. Foundation work can be expensive if you have difficult soil conditions. Budget $15,000 to $40,000 plus. HVAC for large open spaces costs more to run efficiently. Expect $10,000 to $20,000 for a quality system. Spray foam insulation is almost essential and runs $2 to $4 per square foot. Many lenders consider these non-traditional construction, which can mean higher interest rates or larger down payments. But here's the good news. Insurance is often 20 to 30% cheaper than traditional homes because of the steel construction and fire resistance. The cons. Now, I promised you honesty, so let's talk about the downsides that some builders won't mention. Many traditional lenders are hesitant. You might need a construction loan that converts to a mortgage, which means more paperwork and potentially higher rates. Some people have to use land loans or personal loans to build. Shop around. Credit unions and local banks are often more flexible. This is huge. Many neighborhoods and municipalities have restrictions on metal buildings or agricultural-style structures. Always check your local codes before buying land or making plans. Some HOAs flat-out prohibit them. While the market is growing, barndos are still niche. You might have a smaller buyer pool when selling, especially in urban or suburban areas. Rural areas? This is less of an issue. Metal buildings can develop condensation problems if not properly insulated and ventilated. This can lead to rust, mold, and moisture damage. Spray foam insulation largely solves this, but it adds cost. Steel buildings can be loud when it rains. Some people love that sound, others find it disruptive. Proper insulation helps significantly. Without insulation, these are ovens in summer and freezers in winter. You can't skimp on insulation and expect comfort. Let's be real. Not everyone loves the aesthetic. They can look industrial if not finished properly. You'll need to invest in exterior finishes, landscaping, and design elements to make them look residential. 3 biggest mistakes. Alright, here are those 3 costly mistakes I promised. I cannot stress this enough. Do not skip spray foam insulation. Yes, it costs $10,000 to $20,000 or more depending on size, but fiberglass bats in a metal building will not perform well. You'll battle condensation, extreme temperatures, and high energy bills. Spray foam creates a vapor barrier, insulates, and dramatically improves comfort. This is the hill I'll die on. People get excited about the living space and forget to properly plan their workshop. Think about where will large equipment go. Do you need two 20V outlets for welders or saws? Will you need floor drains? What about compressed air lines? How much workbench space and storage? Retrofitting these things later is expensive and disruptive. Design your dream shop from the start. Build too close to town without checking zoning, and you might not get approval. Build too far out, and you'll lose value and convenience. The sweet spot is usually rural areas within 20 to 30 minutes of amenities, on land zoned for agricultural or unrestricted use. Also consider internet availability, utility hookup costs, and road access for large deliveries. Design ideas and inspiration. Let me share some popular layouts that work really well. The classic split has 2,000 square feet living space on one side, 1,200 square foot workshop on the other. Living area has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, open kitchen, and living room. Workshop has 2 garage doors and interior access. The upstairs-downstairs has living quarters on a second level, above a full ground floor workshop. This maximizes your workshop space and gives great views from the living area. Popular for smaller lots. The wraparound has a workshop that wraps around the back or side of the living space in an L shape. Gives you flexibility to separate noisy work from living areas. The small but mighty has 1,500 square foot living space with an 800 square foot workshop. Perfect for couples or small families who want affordability but still need workspace. 4 finishes. I'm seeing more people going with board and batten exteriors, stone or brick accents, large windows on the residential side, and modern farmhouse interiors with shiplap, exposed beams, and polished concrete floors. Is it right for you? So who should seriously consider a barndominium with a workshop? You're a great candidate if you have a hobby or business that requires significant workspace. You value cost efficiency and want to maximize square footage per dollar. You're handy or willing to act as your own general contractor to save money. You're building in a rural or semi-rural area with flexible zoning. You like modern open concept living spaces. You want a durable, low-maintenance home. And you're okay with a potentially smaller resale market. This might not be for you if you're in a strict HOA or urban area with restrictive zoning. You need traditional financing and your lenders won't cooperate. You prefer traditional home aesthetics. You're not planning to use the workshop space. Or you want a quick resale in a conventional market. The bottom line is if you need a home and a workshop, combining them into one structure is financially smart and incredibly practical. Barndominiums with workshops represent an incredible opportunity for the right person. You're getting commercial-grade workspace attached to comfortable living quarters, often for less than a traditional home would cost alone. Yes, there are challenges with financing and zoning. Yes, you need to invest properly in insulation. But for hobbyists, small business owners, and anyone who values space and flexibility, these homes are hard to beat. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe and ring the bell for more content on alternative homes, building tips, and real estate strategies. Drop a comment below and tell me, would you live in a barndominium? What would you use the workshop for? And if you're serious about building one, check the description box for links to builders, financing options, and design resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.